This is Child's Place. God damn, this looks like our rich fancy place. It looks better than the Jade Chamber. Oops. Okay, go then. What did it didn't tell me what I needed, so I'm just gonna go with this team. Typically, I tell you what abilities you need.
Wow! It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even... This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, but even if we can't take it, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora... Oh, right! It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Teyvat, quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is alright!
Are we gonna fight Child? Is Child about to take it? Look what happened to the guards.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you...
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived in Liyue, and that the Exuvia, if it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken... Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
I hate the Fatui. I'm gonna take them
She
all
will
out.
get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me
What
anyway.
you mean?
The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am the battle.
Battle? So you're the...
You could... When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider... But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to... Fighting talk, I love it!
Oh, dude, I can't lose. If I lose this,
This chance
if
is
they
hard to
make it
come
in the
by,
game
so
where I
show me
lose,
all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. So quick to fool. Poor timing.
alright. Eat this.
A clear shot.
What was that?
Passable effort. Try this. Disappear. Poor timing.
You took him out like it was nothing. That barrage with.
Poor timing. You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself.
Wait, what?
This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. All you do is run.
How am I supposed to beat that speed attack?
A touch of frost. Spirit blade.
No one escapes my sight.
Raging tide.
La la la. Ha, ha, ha.
No use hiding back there. One
Where are these shields? I want some of the shields.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive.
Dude, we can't lose.
But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
No.
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
What? What? This is level 35 fight, bro. But what is happening? I need to be a lot stronger to fight him.
This is going to cost you!
What?
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose?
Okay, I need defense food and attack food. I don't think I have anything for that. Let's put that on. Let's put that on.
No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it.
Submit for touch. Wind blade.
I don't know how I did that. Oh my god.
Look! Child's back to...
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to...
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never... In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of... As such, we must
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weak. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their
So what are you planning to...
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geor Archon in the Archon War. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time, using the powers of ancient gods and such as... But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well. That...
I need to learn more powers. I need to get stronger.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Whoa, what?
He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on?
What just happened? Everything just went crazy. Dude, that fight used all my food too. I can't do another big fight.
If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the gold...
What are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude,
Oh, Paimon gets it. So just seeing this overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pin...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's present, which is why we must stop that monster before...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti get...
we've already discussed this together, and our...
What? But all of you...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it peaked there. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adept... We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
She's super strong. Can she fight Child? Oh.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Genshin ballista!
We defend. Can I have full health for this fight first?
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Milliliths, with me!
Let's go up too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Let's move. Wind blade. One with my blade.
Okay. We're defending the ballista. Who's getting it next?
That is Osial's divine power. I am Be careful not to get hit.
It's a very strong.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
One with my blade.
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't
What do?
To say we can't hold them, children.
After all that training.
Don't...
Where's the defense food?
Lose heart. Here, take this.
Depthal energy!
Screw you guys.
It isn't time for a break yet. My duty at hand.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, then fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
This is what Ganya's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast. Let the show begin.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
I miscalculated. I guess.
Come on, come on, come on.
Disappear!
Over here. Blink. Over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Oof.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Let's go. What? It's still alive?
It's working. We just need to keep this up.
No.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
That battle was epic. Free to play game, guys. This is a free to play game. Did you see that battle? Wow. Like their mechanics is awesome. I wish I had got to go like a boss fight against one of those dragon thingies. But geez, that takes a lot of shit out of you.
Finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun. The effects of the Sigil of Permission. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for...
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Lyra means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our... Thank you all for hearing me out.
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day, Lyra and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as... But that does not mean that the Lyra of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that...
Are you questioning our means of...
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would...
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a
This morning, Rex Lap...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are... I also thought to tell him, but I...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an Outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adept. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered, although I am a mere mortal soldier. I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated...
Huh? Why does everyone look so
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks, and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adepted. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to run. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict... Oh, right! A child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the Overlord. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we...
I'm so confused though. What happened to...
Get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhang Li's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Let's first save. Let's keep going. Dude, this is so confusing though. While I'm here, I might as well buy some stuff. Let's get all these recipes. Why do I not have them? Never know when we need that again. There we go, we cooked some things.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhang...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank... But last time we saw Zhongli was... But do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like... We had better go and make sure that if...
No, Xiaoling, don't be stupid. I'm coming to help.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides... Oh, it seems...
Hey, it's Zhongli and
It's you two. Ah, right. I imagine that...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have missed... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
No.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chia? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the note?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished..." I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him to. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of it.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an honor. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, and hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract, Senora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god.
Can't believe she's a god.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo...
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a... Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa.
Ah, fine.
Do as you wish.
Dude, I want to fight her.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right!
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made my agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
What? Why don't you just tell me? Yo, bro, he just uncovered the answer or something. So is the next we're gonna... Dude, I want to take out the Fatui. They are evil. I don't know. So they took the monster, Gnosis, whatever thing, and he wasn't part of no deal. What is... Man, she pissed me off.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I'm heated.
There's only one real
Oh,
possibility.
no.
Shh.
You know that? Yes. Say.
I don't care what they're saying.
Still, what? Forget. Hear ye all! Though a dragon soar, gods and adepti, rumors and hearsay abound, having been thwarted in his nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Cool.
So that something feels off. Could the cheesing... Did Jean... Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Kuching.
As said previously.
3,700 years.
We, the people of the long unending. Now that we have awoken from our dream,
Most
will
like to
you
say
stand with us as we re-establish our contract?
So concludes the words of Does Her Eminence the Yuhung have any...
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far. Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you in.
The cleanup of the premises. If you were looking for someone, you could have...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! And here you are looking...
Right. If the two of you can spare the time. You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon.
Oh, no one? But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to...
Well, we were only spending Fatuima in the city of Kamer, the Archon Mora. I will treasure the memories that I make. That is true. I fear that continuing your... Yes. The nation has been closed by the Electro-Arch...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden.
That said, though people at the war... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did it...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been...
That's how people...
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a
They want to seize visions, but...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only knowing her. She must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That said, I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you... All right then. Was there anything else?
Yeah, about that...
These are indeed false. I've heard that Ningguang is busy... All right then. Was there anything else you... The time of the Adepti has long... Kuching is absolutely right now. Though, could the original person who brought up the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your Gnosis, since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the
This is terrible! We're all about to run out.
Yes, this is indeed well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private fund?
Oh, a private fund. It's a...
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't... All right, then.
You
Is
didn't
there anything
think
else you wish to... Well, then.
You didn't think of it at the time? Okay. Alright, so that's that. So no more quests. Alright guys, that's the end of the story. I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.